Thank you. Any questions?
Hello, I am Jan Verma from Phoenix Software Solution. We developed an application for MP RRDA, that is, MP Rural Development Authority. May I make it? So we developed the application for bridging the gap between the MIS and the real scenario of the roads. Because what happened, sometimes what sub-engineers do, they take the photograph from another place and place to the MIS that this is a photograph of particular roads. So MIS basically don't come to know that this is a real photographs of particular roads or not. So we developed the application. Next slide, please. We developed this application. Here, latitude and longitude comes from satellites, and after coming latitude and longitude, this entry button gets enabled. Next. All the information regarding package and road information comes from receive data manual. Here all the new road information and package information get collected from here. After that, when we press entry button, here first we select a district, then we select packages. In a particular package there are so many roads. We select the particular roads where we are, and this software developed for monitoring roads and bridges both. So we select whether we are monitoring the roads or bridges. If we are suppose we are selecting roads, then here we select pavements or shoulder. Means that we are evaluating the real roads or the side corners of road. Now we put the distance between from where to where we are monitoring these roads. What is the condition of the roads? And when we save it, the camera gets enabled, and we take the photograph of the roads. And same for the shoulder valuation. Next. Again, camera gets enabled, and all the list will come over here. Suppose now, if in the same scenario, if suppose we want to evaluate the bridge, so in the first screen we select bridge. Next, here are the parameters related with the bridge, and after that the camera gets enabled, and in this scenario the PD application works. So in this situation, a photograph with the geotags and date and time gets saved on the PDA device, and after that when we send the data to the server, this information gets sent to the server, and when we log into the website, we see the information. Here are the basic master information that are fed in the development authority. And after that, when here are the comparison of a particular point. Means suppose I take the photograph of a particular location from today, and after 10 days, if I again take the photograph, so I can compare what are the exactly development of this road. If suppose the road requires development, so development happens or not, it gets compared from there. When we when we click on the photographs, then it zooms out and shows the real-time photograph. That's again, this is for bridge data, and this information gets shows on Google Maps. So here, these are the key points of our software that tells about the real that is photograph is real or not. Suppose I take photograph from Jabalpur location and show that this is a photograph of Katni location. So it will get flash over here that this is a wrong photograph I have taken off. So this is software.
I have a small query. One is, while I see that much of the efforts are to help the government to bring in more transparency, this is another similar example.
Yeah.
Maybe in future you're also looking at the quality of the bridge or the quality of the roads also needs to sort of somehow be captured.
Yeah.
A picture may not always give us the quality of road, whether the actual.
Yeah, we can enhance this software
So this
also.
may further get enhanced to,
Yeah,
including that. Is there any other questions from your audience?
Can everyone hear me? So good. I know I'm standing between you all and lunch, so I'll try to move quickly. I know it has been a long day, so can I ask each of you to get up? Just I see that there's no energy in the room. Can everyone please get up? And raise your hand like this, and try to touch your feet. Okay, and then sit down, please. Okay. So good. That will all wake us up. Okay. So good. My name is Manish, and I represent txtweb. Move to the next page. So what's the inspiration behind txtweb? So 90% mobile users in India do not have internet, and that's not a small number. That's 800 million people. Okay. And if we extrapolate it worldwide, that's about 3 billion people who have a phone but do not have internet access. This 3 billion is half of humanity, or 1 out of every 2 person. Now, what does that mean? That means that these people can't Google to find information they're looking for. They have no Facebook friends to share their life with, and they have no smartphone apps to rely on. Okay? So the question or the challenge for us is, how do you empower these 800 million Indians and 3 billion worldwide with a technology they already have in their pocket? And this is basically a simple phone, okay, a simple feature phone that does only 2 things, voice and SMS. So that's our answer is discover the internet through text, and hence txtweb, as in the texting language, txtweb. Yeah. So in a sense, it's a web-like interaction and delivery through SMS with or without the internet. Now you might wonder, how does it really happen? I mean, what's the big thing about it, or how do you see it? So let's do a quick screenshot. So you send at Wikipedia malaria. Say you want to look up malaria. You can look up anything you want, but say you want to look up malaria, and you send to a txtweb number. Here is the response you get, which is the first page or the first paragraph of the Wikipedia article on malaria. And notice that on the Wikipedia page you have hyperlinks, and you click on the hyperlinks and go to the next page. Those hyperlinks have become letter links. So if you want to look more about infectious disease, it's preceded by B. So you reply back with B, and you reply back with B, and the next page opens up on what is infectious disease. And that's how it works, web-like interface and delivery without the internet. You don't need any internet connection. You don't need any data plan. You don't need a smartphone. Anyone in the world can use this. And by the way, in India, it supports all the local languages. If you send at agree, you get something in Hindi. A local person in India has put up an application which is in Hindi language. And it supports all the languages in India. And the next one is at weather, right? So it also supports location. So we get location from the cell towers and the circle level information from the operator. So we can then customize the content. So if you're looking for weather and you send at weather, it gives you the local weather of where you are. Okay? Keep going. So it is essentially a platform, right? It's not an application in the sense that, on one side we have developers and businesses who want to reach out to these 3 billion people, and on the other side you have users who want information and content, and txtweb sits in between and makes the connection. It is a free platform where anyone can put content and services. Next one. And there are more than 3,000 applications. We have been in the market only for about 18 months. And without any marketing or without much of an effort, we already have 3,000 monthly active applications, which provide a range of services like train timings, vaccination schedule, Wikipedia article, weather, tax refund status, local news, medic, iBank, and all that stuff. And these are not built by us. These are built by independent developers across India, and primarily student developers. Students, high school kids in the US and in India, as young as 14 years, are building apps on this platform. And you might wonder, who are the people who would really use this platform, right? So let's take 3 use cases. So Jyoti is a student in Guwahati in Assam. She carries that phone, and she needs career information, education services, and she can get that from txtweb. She doesn't have to go to a cyber cafe and spend like 50 rupees an hour to access those Wikipedia articles or exam results. She can get it from txtweb free of cost. The second is a person by the name of Ramesh Kumar. He works in a hospital in Jaipur in Rajasthan, and he needs bus schedule, he needs local news, he needs train timing and inquiry. He knows about internet, but he has never used it, right? But now, even on that simple Nokia phone, he can get that information. And third is a farmer, right? So farmer needs weather information, local news, farm prices. He doesn't know internet. He probably doesn't even know how to type, but his daughter can actually get information for him from the txtweb platform and help the farmer. Yeah. Now, what's in it for the user? Why would user use this, right, service? So first, it's simple to use. You don't have to download. You don't have to remember anything. Just one number. Everything is at one place. There are no, say, if you want to look up Wikipedia malaria, just type @wikimalaria and send it to that number. That's a Delhi number, 92665, 92665. And don't worry, there are no premium charges. You will not be charged 3 rupees or 5 rupees. It's a local SMS as if you're sending to a friend. So type that in your SMS thing and send it to that number. I'll pause you for a few seconds so that you can send it to the SMS, that SMS. Yeah, if you want to look at malaria, yeah, there's a space between wiki and malaria. Oh, in the number? No. That's just to make you remember. So 92665, 92665. It's one number, 10-digit number. Oh, you can choose anything else on Wikipedia, like tea, coffee, Delhi, whatever you want to look up on Wikipedia. Okay. Yes, in fact, it's a very good question. In fact, we are working on it. In fact, we are making two additions, like one is a missed call. So you call up the number, it hangs up, and the response comes back as an SMS. The second one is text is read to you. That is something we are working on. We are running into issues with the accent, Indian accent, and we are working on that one as well. Anyway, was everyone able to send the SMS? Okay, let's wait for a few seconds. Anyone started receiving something back? You got it. Okay. You got a response back? Okay, perfect. Huh? What, this one? Okay. And you got my response to my name? What did you get back? So yeah, I mean, by the way, these are 4 examples. There are thousands of applications. So whatever you type, it will give you something back. If there's no application for what you type, it will default to search. So it will search for the content, make a recommendation on the right type of app. So we have a very intelligent recommendation engine and a search algorithm built into this. Okay, let's move to the next page. Now, what's in it for the developers? We talked about the users, right? But why would a developer build on this platform, and why would companies put their content on this platform? Number one, it's free at this point. We don't charge anyone anything. Okay, it's fast. It takes only 5 minutes to put a static content on this platform, and it takes as little as 5 hours to put an app. The third, it's very easy. We have APIs to repurpose existing web content. Students across India in more than 100 colleges are using this to build applications to get exam results, to know local exam timings, and to know about placements. And then the beauty of this platform is you don't have to build one for Android and one for iOS and one for BlackBerry and one for Symbian. You build one application for txtweb. It works on every phone of the world, no matter which phone people carry. Next one. In India, several businesses are already on txtweb. So travel, Make My Trip is there, education, B2 Alert, jobs, Simply Hired. All these businesses have put their applications so that people can get their content on a mobile device no matter where they are, whether they have internet access or not, either permanently or temporarily. Okay? Next one. And what is even surprising is we did a side-by-side comparison between an iPhone application and a txtweb application. And CricBuzz is one company that provides cricket scores, right? So during the cricket season in March, April, when the IPL was going on, monthly active users on iPhone app for CricBuzz was about 80,000. And for txtweb app, the same app at CricBuzz, it was 340,000. But what is more interesting is interaction per user. The engagement on iPhone was 12 times a month. On txtweb, it was 28 times a month. So not just it is more accessible, it is so simple that people engage with it a lot more. And that is where it is changing the game by being a very smart, responsive SMS-based platform. Next. Just to quickly summarize, right? How is this platform different? There are 5 points of distinction. Number one, it has 100% reach. it works on every phone. Number two, it's pull-based. So it doesn't push information. You have to pull information. So it respects your privacy. It doesn't spam you. In fact, it respects your privacy. Therefore, we are tri-compliant. We maintain opt-in, and we never spam you. The third one is free. As a user, you don't pay anything to use it. You only pay local SMS charges as if you are SMSing your friend. So we don't let operators make any money on this one. Fourth, it's an open platform. Anyone can put an app. Person who puts an app, the person owns the IP. We are simply the platform. We do not own the app. App belongs to you, and it's a free platform for every one of you. And the last one, it's the fastest platform to get your content published to the 3 billion people worldwide. So that's basically it. I mean, we are growing. We would love to get your support and encouragement. It is really impacting lives, but we want it to impact a lot more lives in India. We want every Indian to use this. We would really appreciate your help and support on this one. Thank you.
Any questions? Yes.
Yes, that's a very good question. So, yes. So what is happening right now is the user side is completely free, but the businesses I showed you, businesses who put their applications on this platform, we charge them on a per monthly active user basis. So number of active users which are accessing their app on our platform, we charge them 1 rupee per active user at this point. So that's our business model. We have taken a strategic decision not to charge the user because we want the user growth to be very viral and we want every Indian to use it. But we see that as we become bigger and bigger, businesses will find it attractive to be on this platform. And that's going to be our business model, charging the businesses. That's a very good question, though. I mean, yeah. Because most people think about growth first and they don't think about monetization, but I think we would like to do a monetization-based growth.
So we had a question there.
No, so Wiki we have given it free to Wiki. Companies like Wiki, we have given it free because of philanthropic purpose. But for example, you use ESPN to get cricket score, then we charge ESPN. Or Make My Trip to get travel information, we charge Make My Trip. And Make My Trip pays us because we are reducing their call center load. People don't call up their call center to find out the flight status or the reservation number and all that. They simply get it from our platform, and that is why they are paying us. So those are interesting areas we are finding out where. No, business is with us. No, so yeah. No, but you can search on this one as well. So I gave you examples of 4 applications with the @ sign. If you send anything to the platform without the @ sign, that is a default search. So we'll search on the platform and recommend you business. So you say, I want to go to a gift store. So just say gift store and send it. It will recommend you all the gift stores in different parts of India. So that business is still with us. We are not monetizing search at this point, but at some point we can monetize search as well. But in our view, we don't have a need to sort of start making money there right now. We are trying to build relevant content, and once we have enough content, we can put an algorithm to start charging businesses money to put their app as the #1 app. But right now, we are not doing that. It's very objective. But we can make it subjective as well. But that business with us, text-based search. Yeah. Sure.
People are most likely to forget your number. Now, if you can search your number, how do people remember the number and how do people find you?
Great question. So let me talk about the number, right? The first time people have to type the number, but the user behavior we have seen is they save the number in their contacts as txtweb number, and every time they don't have to type the number. That is user behavior we have seen in terms of once you know it, how do you work with it? The other question is, for the first time user, how do you even know the number exists? Today, it is completely happening through word of mouth. So the developers who make the app, they tell their friends that they can access their app on this number. The companies like Make My Trip and ESPN that put their app on the platform, they put on their website our number. So the people who are putting content, they have the biggest interest in publicizing our number. We are not spending on marketing. It's completely viral and word of mouth. And if people like our service, they forward the SMS to their friends. So people are forwarding the number on the entire contact list. And the other thing we have done from a feature perspective is, if you as a user has used an app for more than 3 times, we know that you like the app. Then we push a message saying, do you want to recommend this app to your friends? And we send a ready-made template, and the user can forward it to their friends, and that's how it is spreading virally. And once they get the number, they save in their contacts. So that's how, we have been able to get millions of users now. Primarily service is pull, but for people who are liking it and who give us the permission, we also give them the option to recommend it to their friends. And we ask that permission. If they are okay with that, we do it. If they are not okay, then we don't. We respect their privacy. Yeah?
One more question from my end, and that is, when the content is being sourced from Wikipedia, it is English, so it is being translated in Indian languages, basically?
It depends on what part of Wikipedia you. So there are 2 ways to answer this question, right? One is this specific app is simply repurposing the web content and making it available to SMS, right? That is one part, right? But there are apps on the platform that allow you to translate from any language to any language. So some developers may come up with an app which pulls content from here, translates from here, and combines and gives it out. Now, we as a platform company, we are not trying to do everything ourselves. We have taken a strategic decision that we will build a platform and enable people. So if any developer among you want to build that app, the APIs are there. It requires you to come and merge the 2 APIs. One is a Wikipedia API, and one is a Translate API, and build a service that translates into Indian language. But as a platform, we support all the Devanagari script and the other scripts in India that are applicable in India. We support all those scripts.
I'm sure you're following the Unicode here.
Yes, Unicode 1 is what we follow, yeah.
Yes, please. Answer.
Yes. So for you, there are 2 things we are doing, right? Right now, we have created a marketplace, right? So any business wants to have their app on this platform, but they don't have a bandwidth, right? So they put the problem on our marketplace, and our premium developers, or developers who have good apps, they can bid on those problems and build an app for the business and get paid by the business. So that is one model where developers can make money by building on others' problem. But the other one is for your own app, what is a monetization model? And that is something we are putting in place in 2 months' time. Right now, the only thing you get is recognition and the fact that your user base your app has millions of users. So that is what we are tapping on, and primarily our developers are student developers. So they build app because they want employability. They can write on their resume that they are a power developer or txtweb champion, and they get jobs by showing that, right? But we do know that we have to solve for their monetization as well, which we will do in 2 months' time. Yeah. Good. Any other question? Yes. Let me give you context on why that happened. At the back end, we have a dynamic engine which understands what circle you are in. So that was a Delhi number. If your SIM card is not a Delhi SIM card, it will dynamically route you to a local number for your area so that you don't end up paying national SMS charges. So that's the reason why you may have gotten a response from a different number. That's a very fair point. I think I'm confused about the third number. I think there should technically be only 2 numbers. The one number is the one number you send a SMS to, because that's a number that your friend will tell you to use. The second number will get the response with the number that is your home location number. So based on your SIM card, you will get all future messages from that new location home number. The third message, I have to come and see your phone because I am surprised that why it happened. It may be an error, okay, or it may be something may have happened, but the third number should not be there. So from a UI perspective or the user experience perspective, in future, you will save that home number, and that will be your primary number, and you will always use that number unless you are traveling, in which case you have the option to use the national number or your local number. It depends on how much you want to pay on roaming charges. But we give the option to the user so that they can do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. To stop. Okay. So you both have Delhi SIM card. Is that the reason? You have a Punjab SIM card. Huh? You have a Delhi SIM card. Okay, so I have to see. Maybe we are being very honest about in Delhi that we are giving them options to opt out, right? Because we just want to be very strict with people in Delhi. So let's see. I'll have to come and see your number and see why that happened. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, we are trying to improve this entire algorithm around, because in India, it's very complicated. Different operators have different circles and different SIM cards belong to different operators. It's a complete mess. And we are trying to standardize everything, and we are trying to get one number, and we're trying to have a common platform so that we can encourage a lot more creativity and innovation by having developers build quickly on it and not have to worry about integrating with every operator and every number and all that. But we have run into many issues on this one. I mean, the journey is far from over. And yeah, shortcode as well. But the problem with shortcode is the user has to pay, and we don't want users to pay money. Yeah. But then someone has to pay that, right? Then we have to pay the toll-free number cost, because the operators will make money somewhere. Either they make from the user or they make from us. And we get like 4 million requests every day. If I have to pay 3 rupees per request, we will burn our entire cash in one day. So I mean, that's why we have this long code, so we don't end up paying anyone. And people who have prepaid account, they get free SMS. So this counts towards the free SMS. So you don't even have to pay the local charges, because until your free SMS runs out, you can use this number. Once your free SMS is done, then you pay the local charges, like a person-to-person charge, like 10 paisa or 5 paisa, depending on your plan. So that's why we went for a long code and not a short code. We do have a short code and a medium code, but we don't publicize it, because you end up paying 3 rupees if you use that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for 98 bucks or 99 bucks, I get 2 GB of internet data, and I have a smartphone. So
yeah.
I know that you're targeting it to people who don't have smartphones or who are not connected to the internet.
Yeah.
But then if I was to consider using this service, will it be economically viable for me to use it? Because then I'm going to be paying for the SMS and for every bit of information that I get. And how does it compare to that 99 rupees for 1 GB data that I can get on the internet?
Great question. Can you flip the pages a bit? I want to show some data point, and then I'll answer your question, right? Flip a few more pages. Flip back. Yeah. So when we went to the market with this idea, we thought that we are solving the problem of access to the internet, in the sense that people who know about internet and do not have access will use this service to get access, right? And keep going. Yeah, keep going up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. No, not the go forward, not go back. Go forward. Go forward. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, and stop here. Okay. So initially we thought we are solving for access, right? And people with internet will not use it. But you know what? Surprising data. 50% of our user base comes from urban India, and 25% of our user base actually have 24/7 Wi-Fi access, because they are college students, and many of them live in campus. The reason why they use us even more is because of convenience. So take this example. A cricket match is going on. You have the option of an iPhone app of CrickBuzz and download an app and look for the score. Look at how cluttered that page is. It takes you 2 minutes to download an app. Even if you have the app on the phone, to activate the app and to get the data plan and all that going, it takes another 1 minute. And then you get that cluttered interface. On the other hand, you can simply remember the txtweb number and send @CrickBuzz. You get the cricket score in 7 seconds. Which one would you prefer? So what we are seeing is people with internet are using us because of convenience, not because of access reason. Okay. And even in the US, what we have seen is teenagers are using this big time, because teenagers are very text friendly. They love texting, and I think there was an article I saw by Nielsen saying that American kids text every 10 minutes they are awake. So texting is growing big time, and it's becoming cool and edgy. And smartphones actually encourage texting, because smartphones have a full QWERTY keyboard, so you can type faster, because you don't have to like look for the keyboard. The keyboard is on the screen. And the second reason for a smartphone is smartphones have basically a conversational thing. So the inbox actually carries your prior conversation, so you can look up and you can reply back, and we hold sessions. So we hold your user sessions, you can reply back to the Wikipedia article and get something back. So in our mind, initially our hypothesis was the people with internet will not use it. our actual data is actually making us think that it is the simplicity and the convenience that will win this market, not about internet access. In fact, people who have internet use us more because they know what to use it for. A person in a village doesn't know what is Wikipedia, so he will never pull a Wikipedia content. Only a student who is in a city and who has actually gone to a Wikipedia page actually knows that something like Wikipedia exists, and I can pull it up on txtweb. So I think it's giving us some very surprising results, and we are savoring the surprises, and we are looking at how we can improve the service based on the actual customer feedback of India. It's a work in progress. Exactly.
I would like to take this opportunity to request our chairman to officially close the session. No, he's not. The person's not here.